Hi, it's Randy. We are going to write a sentence. We're going to write a sentence about these two people, and I'm going to show you step by step how we can do it. When we learn a language, the first thing we do is we understand. Especially when think of your own children or when you were a child. They understand. You say something, they're not speaking yet, but they can do what you tell them to do, or they react. And then we begin to speak. And because we read to our children and we were read to a lot of times, we start to read along with speaking and understanding. And so there's a parallel. And writing is really the last skill. And it really is, in many ways, the most difficult. It's more difficult to write in another language. So I'm going to present it to you in a fun way. And I want you to think about the fact that because you are adults, you already bring with you into learning English your vast knowledge of language. You already understand a picture and what you would say. You already know the names of things. When we're children, we have to learn so much. Yes, you have a lot to learn when you speak a new language. Some of you speak 2, 3, 4 languages. And if English is your new language, it feels exhausting because you are living now in a country where it's around you all the time, and it can be a little bit too much. But I want you to think about this picture. I think you can see it, okay? It's a man and a woman. She's wearing a necklace, he's wearing a watch. They're holding hands, they're smiling. And I want you to think about what they're doing and what we're going to say. And when I was thinking about this lesson, I thought about something like this. I thought to myself, everybody's home, you have children, people in your life and in your home, and usually somebody says, "What's for dinner?" We did that. That was one of our sentences on the other clip. What would you like for dinner? So think of something like this. You're busy. You're tired. It's about 3 o'clock. Everybody comes home and says, or you're in the house, and they say, what are we going to have for dinner? And you know you have chicken in the refrigerator. Excuse me. So you say, we have chicken. And you start thinking about all of your chicken recipes, different ways to make chicken. Spicy, sweet, crispy, fried, broiled, boiled, soup, whatever you like. And you start thinking about what you want to do with that chicken. And you maybe suggest it to your children or your parents or your husband or your wife, and you're talking, your brother, your sister, you're talking about the chicken. And you think about what you know about the chicken. What do I have in the house? What can I use to make the chicken? What can I make the chicken taste like today? That's a lot like writing a sentence. You're going to bring information in and be creative and have fun, and don't stress with this, okay? So let's look at the picture. 2 people, a man and a woman. And they're doing this. You can't see everything. So what is that they're doing? What's the word? What's the verb? Dance. Right? So we start with what we see. 2 people, but we know we're going to believe that is a dance. Okay, now, pronoun. You could say they. 2 people, that's a pronoun. You could say he and she. Remember, not him and her, because those are objects. He and she, this is in the position of the action, the pronoun of doing the action. So he and she, and they're doing it right now. So he and she, we need a verb, are dancing. Good, now you have a sentence. He and she are dancing. That was your first sentence. So first of all, you look at what you want to see. Dance. Man, woman. They. He and she are dancing. When we first start a language, we start with the smallest parts. So for example, if I have a very beginner student and they say to me, man, woman, dance, I completely understand what they're saying. But then you learn a pronoun, they. They dance. He and she are dancing. Now you're getting more involved. And I want you to think about what you can say. And we are going to lengthen this sentence. And we're going to give it more information using what we talked about in the other board, the parts of speech. Okay? So, you can stop the YouTube, make as many sentences as you can about this man and this woman and who they are and what they're doing and why they're dancing. And I'm going to write some on the board and we're going to say them. Now remember, always speak. Don't just write. Always repeat. Always speak. And have fun with the language and relax and you'll be fine. Okay? Now I'm going to write some sentences and then we'll see what you say. Right. All right. This is my friend Sonia and her husband. Okay, that's one idea. This is my friend Sonia. Well, I'm going to put a comma here because I'm referring to her. This is my friend Sonia and her husband, period. They are dancing because it is their wedding anniversary. Okay, do you know what an anniversary is? You know what a wedding anniversary is? That's when people get married, their wedding, and then every year they have an anniversary. So now you've made 2 sentences. I want you to do something like that, okay? And this is my sentence. This is my friend Sonia and her husband. They are dancing because it is their wedding anniversary. They is a pronoun. This is an adjective. So don't get too confused, but sometimes these words can be confusing. This is my friend Sonia. I could say these, more than one, are my friends. I could say that. These are my friends. And I could say these are my friends, comma, Sonia and Jose. These are my friends, comma, Sonia and Jose. That's one sentence. You can do that. Think about all the ways you can make sentences. This is my father. These are my parents. More than one. This is my brother and his wife. So make some sentences and write them down and save them, because hopefully you can send them to me and I can read them and talk about it, okay? So that's a beginning way to make a sentence, and you can keep going. You can describe them. Maybe that's a wedding anniversary present that she gave him. Sonia gave her husband Jose a watch for their anniversary. Jose gave his wife Sonia a necklace and earrings as a gift. So you could take a simple picture and make a story. And it's what we do when we learn languages. We look at something that we're already familiar with and we think about, how would I put those words into English? Because you already have it in your head in your language. So have fun, okay?